On behalf of the 3 emergency services. A major incident has been declared at Didcot Power Station following the partial collapse of a building. Emergency services reported Didcot A Power Station at about 4 p.m. today. There was a partial collapse of a large building which is approximately 300 metres long and 10 stories high. The building was due to be demolished in the coming months. Oxfordshire Fire and Rescue Service has commanded the incident, supported by South Central Ambulance and Thames Valley Police. Sadly, one person has been confirmed to have died at the incident. Meanwhile, 4 people have been taken to the John Radcliffe Hospital in Oxford, 2 with serious injuries, 2 with minor injuries. There are also 3 people reported missing on the site at this time. My thoughts are with the families of those affected, particularly the loved ones who have died or are still missing. More than 50 people were treated at the scene for dust inhalation and have been discharged. The Health and Safety Executive has been informed and will conduct an investigation which will be supported by Thames Valley Police. There is currently a 100-metre cordon in place. However, there is no public road closures at this time. The search will be considerable, undertaken due to the instability of the site. We expect the search to continue throughout the night and possibly into the coming days. There is a specialist rescue and command support unit at the scene and urban search and rescue units from Buckinghamshire, Hampshire and West Midlands, including search dogs. The fire service being supported by South Central Ambulance and also Thames Valley Police. Dust from the collapse covered a considerable area, but I would like to reassure the public that there is no hazardous materials within the building, and we would advise local residents to remain inside, keeping their doors and windows closed. Anyone concerned about the dust inhalation should call the NHS on 111. I would like to confirm that this is not being treated as a terrorist incident. Okay, people got questions.
Was this a collapse or an explosion?
It was a collapse.
What made people think it was an explosion? Was it the sound, or was there some evidence that it had been?
I think because it was going through demolition, it was being prepared and explosives would have been on the site, but they were all cleared away, so it was a collapse of the building.
And do you know what preparations had been made which may have led to the collapse?
No, we don't. We haven't got any details of that at the moment.
How challenging was this site for your team to work at?
At the moment, it is very challenging. As I said in the statement, the building is potentially 10 stories high. Half of that building has collapsed, so you've got a rubble pile which is approximately 20-30 foot deep at the moment.
Is the rest of it stable?
It isn't at the minute. That's why we are treating it with caution at this time.
Can you describe the kind of techniques you're using to search through that site and what's happening there at the moment?
Yeah, so the specialist teams, the urban search and rescue teams, they have sniffer dogs that are able to go onto the rubble pile, but also we have got a large amount of specialist kit which we can use not only to stabilise the pile but also then to use excavation techniques.
And have your officers had to deal with something of this scale?
In terms of Oxfordshire, this is something that is pretty unique. However, the urban search and rescue crews that are from the other services that I mentioned are specially trained to undertake this type of work.
What do you know about the works that were ongoing here today? And those who were involved in this incident, were they part of the demolition team?
Yes, they were part of the demolition team, and they were prepping the building for demolition. It was a pre-demolition phase, so they'd already cleared the building completely out of all of its interior stuff. So effectively what you've got a steel and concrete structure that was remaining, and it was part of that structure that collapsed.
Due to be demolished when?
In the next few weeks, so it was imminent.
Is there any indications of how long this search phase will take with 3 missing people?
There isn't any indications of that at the moment. As I said, the dogs are on scene at the moment. They will do a systematic search of the rubble pile, and if they are able to identify any signs of life, then we will then be working in a different phase to be able to try and rescue those individuals.